Hello, you lovely people. Friday evening here, the market has closed. We will be looking through the weekly recap for commodities. That is gold, silver, platinum, oil, and all that good stuff. Before we dive into that, as always, guys, if you like what you see, follow me here on Twitter and on YouTube. Also, I have made a paid section where I do a video once per day for different trading setups and more specific stock picks, targets, stop losses, and all that. Check it out if that is something for you. You are welcome on board. So with that said, guys, weekly stuff here. Silver first off here. Basically, this is just incredible. Not saying that it's a buy per se, but ever since roughly for the past 1 year, silver has been trading between 22 and 26. When that, in my view, this one blast to the upside. When that happens, the amount of pressure, I mean, that will go insanely fast. And yes, people will say, "Oh, it's silver. That will never happen." It will. Trust me, it will. It will be one for the books, really. Same thing as over here, boom, blasting higher. It will be, everyone will suddenly become in love with silver once again. So gold looks at the moment way better than silver, up 0.5% today, nothing biggie. The golden trend line here is there. We want to zoom into the daily to show we have this red triangle here. We broke down and now we're almost back into it again. We want a weekly close above 2065 up here. Then we should be ready to go. Long term, I think it's inevitable. It is inevitable. Incredibly strong setup in the making for gold. There's no denying it. Gold to silver ratio. What happened this week was we retested that long-term golden trend line going back 2 years, and now we are, bouncing here again. We do also have a neckline here and a topping pattern, so we are in between two fingernails now, right? We have the bulls here, but also the bears that are trying to pushing it down. So anything can happen here, really. I do favor maybe a bit. It might be 50-50. I will not go into detail on that one. The Dixie flat for today, weekly stuff. We're looking at the weekly. We have broken some big trend lines here. Again, we're still holding that 103.345-ish level. That's a long-term very important support. If we break that golden trend line, the dollar will have a big move to the upside. And that will put pressure on basically, first of all, gold and silver, obviously, but also the markets. The Dixie here, the rates today down 1.7%, getting rejected again at the 4.3 level. As long as we are below, it is resistance. To me, this is probably, a move down, wave 2, bear flagging, and then we roll over, especially if we hold here. Oil, massive inverted head and shoulders in the making here. We haven't broken through yet. We need to roughly get above 79.5 basically. But also note we have a bear flag here. So we have two forces again fighting. We have the bottoming pattern, but also we have the bear flag. So who will win? We will find out within roughly 2 weeks maximum. Platinum, again, massive volatility here at the end of this trend down here. Looking at the daily, we might have the first somewhat kind of bottoming type here again. There it is. Inverted head and shoulders, neckline roughly, let's call it roughly 1,000. Yeah, 1,000 is the neckline. Measured move from there is 1,500. So that's all the way up here. So again, I think palladium is bottoming here, but with all that momentum to the downside, it will take a long time to do that bottoming process. Platinum, long term, nothing has changed really. We are still working on that big inverted head and shoulders, and it will break at roughly $1,100. When we get above that, then that's when platinum really starts to shine. Copper, anything above 4 is bullish, and everything below 3.5 is bearish. We are basically going sideways between those levels. Bullish, bearish, down 0.5% today. For the week, we are up a tiny bit. But basically not much, nothing much to report really. It's more bullish than bearish right now, given the fact that we're above the 30 weekly, but the 30 weekly is basically flat. So it has no, it hasn't decided in which way we want to go really. So we have to wait and see. Gas, a mega downtrend. I do think that we are at the end of a big correction, 1 to 5 wave down. How low will it go? We will have to wait and see. But definitely, I think the bottom will be somewhere in this vicinity for nat gas, down 8% today. And also, we're having huge volatility, here at the end of the trend. That's also one of the signs that we're probably bottoming. This is the TTF natural gas. We are again at the $23 level at that long-term golden trend line. For now, it is support until proven otherwise. Also, we have come a pretty damn long way from 54 down to 23. I would be surprised. Maybe we get a dip below, but that's usually a false breakout due to the fact that we have come such a long way already. Coal, I do think coal is trying to bottom out here between 106 up to 120. Blue falling wedge, flat for today. But again, I think into the summer, we might have a resolution down or up for good old coal. That's what I want to say. Bitcoin here getting rejected at that mega bear flag right there. So it is fighting the bear flag upper trend line right now as we speak. And yeah, let's see how it acts. It has done remarkably well ever since we had the trigger here. That was the neckline, and we have overperformed here. So nice to see what happens here for Bitcoin. I know the Twitter space is incredibly bullish, and that's often a contrarian sign. Finally, well, not finally, but we did get a breakdown below the $99 level for uranium. So again, here we are getting rejected at that gap that were formed at the Fukushima, at the Fukushima. So let's see how low we can go really here for uranium. But you can see here, every time we got stretched, we are coming in toward that 30 weekly. So we could see, roughly 90. And that wouldn't be, a big devastation. Sugar, good old sugar pop. Again, ever since we retested that double rail right there, that big macro rail right there, trend line there, we came in, retested, and now we're rolling over again. I do think we're going higher I don't think we will get below that rail ever. Well, not ever, that's a big word, but for a long time. I do think it will hold. Soybeans, yes, we are correcting still. Neckline is here at roughly 1,500, 1,050. Neckline there, topping pattern, breakdown, retest, and then finally it gave up, and now we are completely collapsing. Gold here measured in M2 money supply, again, looks incredibly bullish. Long-term golden trend line broken, and that final break was actually a bull flag on top, just, on top of that golden trend line breaking out, bullish consolidation sideways. This one screams that it wants to go higher. The probabilities right now here for gold is that we are going to break all-time highs probably next month. Difficult to say, but that is what it is pointing to in my view. Silver, big overall macro topping pattern, inverted head and shoulders in the making here. We have broken out above the golden trend line, and we are just coiling here. Again, silver also wants to blast higher. Again, it's not as pretty as gold, but again, what is? So that is the weekly stuff for the commodities. Let's do the Twitter section. I have a few lovely stocks for you guys. Stefano here. I found this one. Was it the one of the? I want to remove that, by the way. We will. Yes, there it is. Good. Dave here, GDM, that's the gold miners index. You can see here again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're getting into coiling a bit here again. The volatility is squeezing in toward that support. Again, gold and silver miners, I think, could surprise a lot of people very soon. Axel, very simple. Again, I love a chart that is just simple. One trend line, two trend lines. Here again, Inverted head and shoulders, again, similar pattern up here, a continuation pattern to the upside, again, with the inverted head and shoulders. Very simple stuff. But again, that's, you know, bread and butter setups right there. Clean, very clean. Aaron here, new yearly weekly low for SILJ. You can see we're breaking a tad below here. This was yesterday. No, it was today, actually. If we bounce here, it's almost surely the low as a triple bottom is a bullish reversal pattern that occurs at the end of trend. So 1, 2, 3. So yeah, also you can add in the trend lines. They're coming down there. As I said, I think gold and silver miners could surprise people. Again, a bit early, but yeah. Blake here, Coca-Cola. Again, simple charts. I love simple charting. And then again, you have this triangle here, or pennant, that is trying to break out. This is Coca-Cola again. They pay what, 4% dividend. You can play it as a trade or just a long-term hold, really, for the, if you have a dividend portfolio. I love that. Stefano here with silver update. Basically what, it's a bit skewed here, but anyways, this is the 4-hourly shoulder, double-headed shoulder again. Silver getting above 23.5 is a massive deal, and it is pointing to that is what we're going to see right now. You can see the bull flag over here again as well. So yeah, that's, if we get above, that's incredibly strong for the good old silver. So that is all I had for you guys. Like, subscribe, all that good stuff, and yeah, have a great weekend, and we will see you in the next weekend. Hopefully we get some love for uranium. Everyone hates it. That's good. See you guys. Bye.